At 2 a.m. the night before, they did this. Well, that was the first time Ireland has won gold in the lightweight double sculls at the World Championships. Would you please welcome all the way from Skibbereen in the county of Cork, it's Gary and Paul O'Donovan, ladies and gentlemen. Rock the boat, baby, rock the boat. Lift the boat up, rock the boat, baby, rock the boat. Welcome. Congratulations.
Thanks very much.
You struck gold.
We did finally. About time.
How does it feel? How did it feel?
It was good, yeah. You were pretty excited there for about an hour and a half or so. Then you calm down a bit then after that and things get back to normal. But
A full 90 minutes.
yeah, about that I think.
Yeah?
But
That's
The
it.
show
Yeah.
goes on then, like.
it
Was
was.
it the same for you, Gary? Like just
Yeah,
90 minutes or
yeah. Yeah,
more?
then you have to go back and piss in a cup and random things like that.
Oh, sorry. We should
Yeah.
establish that's a medical thing, is it?
Doping control.
This
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
a personal
No,
hobby of yours.
no, it's not. Yeah, you go to doping control, you got to pack the boat trailer, put the boat away.
Well, basically,
Go back
Gary
to the
went straight to
hotel
the
and get
bar
dinner.
after his doping control, and then I was left to de-rig the boat with the coach and put it on the trailer and make sure all that was in
Did you
order.
not drag him
so-
out of the bar and say, sort us out here?
No,
Jeez, I mean, I tried, but
But you're what?
you know what he's like. You've experienced it trying to get him away from the bar.
I know, but he's a little bigger than I am, so it's trouble. Maybe it'll help me. Okay. But speaking of which,
You get me in trouble, lads.
Asher, look, you only get yourself into trouble, Gary. When you were talking after the big win, you were suggesting that you'd been out till 2 a.m. the night before, and that was it the Norwegian fella was,
Yeah.
I think to use your word, it was buckled by the end of the night. How much, I'm just trying to figure out, just for the record, how much of that was acting the maggot and how much of there was truth was in that?
If it was the following day we were asked the question, it would have been completely true. That's for sure. But
The day after the win.
yeah.
But the day of the day.
Yeah, geez, no. I mean, actually, we put our whole lives, the entire year, into trying to win the World Championship. So we kind of try and get to bed on time the night before. But I was actually shocked at like how many people actually believed.
They did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. But
Legitimately believed, like, that we went to the pub
Yeah.
the night before the World Championship final.
They really did. So you're saying, what fools
I know
thought
we're
we'd do
known
that?
for being a bit reckless and silly, but I mean that's out of all order, to be
That's a
honest.
stretch.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you spent some time where? New Zealand before in training?
Yeah.
That's right, yeah. So
Yeah.
New Zealand and Sydney. So I suppose, yeah. No, this year, like, none of us were tied down to studies or work or anything like that. It was myself and Gary and Shane and Mark who won the lightweight pair at the World Championships last year. But over the years, kind of, I suppose, going out to the pub after the racing, we became friends with Joe, lots of the New Zealanders
Yeah.
and Australians and stuff, and they were always saying that Joe, they've great rowing teams, always up there at the top of the medal tables and stuff. They said come down during their summer, which is our winter, and I mean, you know what our winters are like.
Yeah.
Kind of spend most of the time indoors on the rowing machine and stuff, and they just do some great racing and training and stuff like that.
So then you went
So,
and...
pretty much, yeah.
Just what,
So-
just after Christmas thereabouts?
Yeah, the first week of January we kind of headed down there, and
We got made fools of.
Why?
Yeah.
yeah. Well, we were laughed at, yeah.
In what sense?
Just for being on boilos anyway. For one, we'd no tan whatsoever, and
Like, they were
yeah,
in the height of their summer, like,
the sun is
savage
pretty
weather.
strong down there, so they have serious tans.
Yeah.
But,
And you were like the ghost.
And we were coming out of winter,
Pretty
so we
much,
weren't
yeah.
fit and we weren't
We've
fast
been-
and we weren't on the water and we
We
went to
got
race
sick
them and
as
they hammered
well.
us.
Yeah, we got sick as well over Christmas, just I think with the cold weather and stuff like that. So we were not in good shape whatsoever. And
Yes.
once we got in the boat in, because it's a slightly different movement to rowing machine, our hands were blistered as hell and things were just not going well. And we made a show of ourselves in the first regatta, and everyone was kind of looking around like, "Oh, what in the hell are these Irish boys at? Like, they're not going well at all this year." But yeah, we went down 2 weeks before the coach, and then he came down after the first regatta and lost the plot altogether. and put us through, I'd say, the hardest training that we ever did in our lives down there. It was partly because he was bored because he had not much else to do down there.
So he put you through the ringer, got you in shape,
did,
and you were
he did.
tanned and toned and good to go.
Exactly, yeah. So kind of got on with that, and then went to Sydney then for another 7 weeks and did a lot of training down there. But it was good to experience their kind of cultures as well. And I think we were able to learn a lot, but not so much to say learn different things. One of the main things we took away is that the very kind of basis of their training program is very similar to what we're doing at home.
Yeah.
And that just kind of gives us further confidence that we are on the right track with what we are doing in Ireland, and just kind of to continue on doing that and kind of just try and spread the message really to all the rowers around Ireland. Because say when we were growing up and we were younger, we were like, geez, what in the hell are the Kiwis doing that? They're always say in the top 1 or 2 or 3 in the medal tables at the World Championships, and they have the same population that we do here in Ireland. But really there's just no secret to it, only that they work pretty hard.
So that's the message. Get stuck in.
Yeah.
Are you full-time rowing now, Gary? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like I graduated last year,
Right.
and I've been full-time rowing since. But in fairness, now there's a guy, Dave McEwen, Line Up Sports there. He looks after us with the last, pretty much since Rio, and he's after kind of starting me out with a bit of work experience now. So trying to get a bit of practice from what I've done in college and put it into practice and keep it in the industry a bit. I think it's important.
And where are you living, in an apartment or home, or where are you?
Yeah, so I'm living down in Cork on the bank of the lake there in Inniscarra, and it's just fabulous little scenery, like looking out over the lake. We wake up in the morning and the sun is shining in the window. Fabulous.
Who are you living with?
Mark and Shane, the 2 boys from the pair.
And are they? And how is that? Is that like a scene
it's
from
great.
friends, or are you?
I mean, no, yeah, we're good friends. We get on well. Like we bought a coffee machine there last year. It's like
Highly productive.
our training has been so. It's like it's like I don't know. That's the word. It's like oxymoron, sort of a
paradox.
feel to it like a paradox. Yeah, you're kind of like. You need to drink the coffee to train, but you need to spend 3 or 4 hours drinking the coffee first to get the benefit of the coffee.
And did you?
But when we get the coffee drank, we train really well, and the coach kills us for spending so long.
I can
drinking coffee.
imagine. Did you chip in together to get the coffee machine?
We did, yeah. We all just thought this was a good idea.
Okay.
Turned out to be a great idea. Would recommend.
It needs to cold. And do you have room for much crack in your life then, or is it all train, and coffee?
Yeah, no, I liked his mostly coffee, really. Like, you get up in the morning at 8 or 9 o'clock, like when we're not rowing, or like when we're not, when we finish studies and when we're not working, like you could get up in the morning at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock or 8 o'clock or whenever it suits you, and then have some coffee, like, and that could bring it to 11 or 12 o'clock, and then we turn up to the rowing centre and we have a coffee machine there as well, so we said we'd have another cup of coffee down there, right?
Yeah, go on.
And then by that stage the coach is losing his mind and wanting to go home, like, so we said we better go do some training. I'll bring it at 3 o'clock, go home and have the lunch, and you'll have a nap for an hour, and then get up and have another 2 cups of coffee, and then you'll have another snack before training, and that'll get you to about 7, and you'll head out. It's grand in the summer because you can go training late in the evening because we still have daylight. So about 7 o'clock there, like, you'll head down training again, come home, that brings you to about 10.
Yeah.
And then you have the dinner midnight or 1 o'clock, go to bed. But you're like, really, you're doing what most athletes do at 7 o'clock in the morning, just shoving it forward 4 or 5 hours.
Okay. You're not having the coffee before bed now, are you? Just because you wouldn't get away.
Just before the training.
Just before the training, that makes a lot of sense. And Paul, meanwhile, you were studying physiotherapy, weren't you? And
Yeah, that's right.
and have you finished with that?
Yeah, so I graduated a little over a year ago, and I suppose took a year out, did a bit of rowing and travelling and stuff, and started medicine now, so I'm 4 weeks into that.
So you started the full medical degree then?
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
Too much coffee.
Oh, it's a great thing. You think you could do anything.
So aside from coffee, how's the medical? So no, why did you decide to go from one to the other?
I suppose, basically, kind of as a kid in school or whatever, growing up, I wasn't too sure what I wanted to do, and then I was like, I kind of into sports a bit, and sports physio kind of looks a bit interesting, so I said, all right, I'll go do the physiotherapy and maybe get into the sports end of things. But then once I got into the course anyway, I didn't really like the sports side of things or whatever, but we had to do 1,000 hours of clinical placements in hospitals.
Yeah.
and I just really took an interest in, I suppose, just say talking and dealing with say more the older patients and stuff like that, and just in what the doctors and surgeons were doing around the place. And I was like, oh, geez, Joe, I might consider having a go at that.
And do the other students know who you are, or
not so much? It's actually quite nice. I think about half the class are Canadian or American or so to kind of having a clue who I am. So it's kind of nice to get to know people for the first time who really don't know me either, because say in Ireland since the last 2 years everyone kind of knows a lot more about me than I do about them. So it's
how's that working out for you, Gary? Everyone recognising you. Is that a plus or a minus in your life?
Jeez, like you can't do much about it, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're kind of stuck in this funny situation.
And when you say, why is it a funny situation, as a matter of interest?
Oh, like, you know, you go into a restaurant there and people will be pointing at you, and your friends, they're not used to it. Like, I mean, we've been walking into restaurants for the last 2 years and people will kind of recognise you, and then if you go somewhere with people that aren't familiar with it, they just think it's the strangest thing ever. So you know yourself, like.
Yeah.
People find it really weird, like. It is a strange, and like it took us a good long time to get used to it as well, but you just kind of become like an expert at not making eye contact with strangers.
Good. Is your mum's in it with us? Where's Trish? Is in the audience, and there you are. How are you?
Very good, thanks very much.
Are you happy with the way things turned out this summer?
Absolutely, yeah.
Proud
It was a
as
dream
punch?
come true to see the two together win the World Championships. It was fabulous.
And tell me, has the house become